Welcome back to Heart to Rope, my story starting over in this journey. I'm back to roping and I couldn't be more excited. Welcome back to Heart to Rope, and it's wonderful to have you here with me today. We're going to spend some time roping and learning how to rope, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. This is the Honda, and to start building your loop, you're going to take that Honda and you're going to drop it down towards you. Bring it back towards you. You can put your hand on it or on the leading rope to the Honda and just let it fall down to the ground. You're then going to pick that Honda up and bring it on around that loop when you hold it. This is building your loop, and I'll show you a few more times here. When I make a coil, you just follow the direction of that rope and then kind of bend with your wrist and bring it back to your left hand. The rope's already made to coil to form a loop, so you're just simply bringing it back to your left hand. This is the start of the rope. Here again, I'm adding one coil into that loop and coiling my rope up. This piece between my hand and the Honda, that's the spoke. A good way to measure my rope is if you step on the tip and then bring it up into your armpit, that's a good size for your loop. And the length of your scope can be the length of your arm. Some people will grab it close, but I definitely would say an arm length. Here I'm going to show you a few practice swings. And when you start roping, you really want to push that rope and the tip of the rope forward in front of you. You want to learn to feel that balance as the rope is to the left of your body and then to the back and to your right side and then again to your forward. And you want to look and make sure that you see the top of your hand and that your right finger is pointed forward towards your target. So every time you're swinging, you want to keep the back of your hand facing you and up towards the top. Let me show you again here. To start out, I want to talk about your body position, where to look, your swing, and then your throw. First, when you're swinging, the very bottom or the tip of your loop you want to bring out in front of you. And you want to be, when you're heading a steer, when you're roping that steer, you want to be to the left of that dummy you're practicing on, probably about a step, 2 steps to the left. And aim for that right horn, the base of the right horn. Here's my dad giving me an example of the challenges of roping and everything we've all done at one point or another. You rope the right horn or the left horn, and we'll go over that more later. But the good thing to know is just you need to get a rope and start roping again. dad's the best. Him and my mom, they've showed me a lot about roping. In this last section, just want to introduce you a little bit to roping calves. I don't own a calf dummy. I've always used a bale of hay. And the reason I like that bale of hay is you can actually see where your whole loop lands. You can see where the tip of your rope came, where your hondu is placed on the bale of hay. There, as you're looking at it on the left side of the bale. Your body position is different roping calves than steers. You want to come to the right side of the bale rather than the left. Roping, that's what I love. I've always done it. And I'm blessed to get to do this here today. It's been an awfully long time, and I can't really get the opportunity to do this today. It feels really good. The challenge is roping now is my right arm isn't in shape, so it's going to take some work and practice every day to get my arm feeling good and comfortable again. It's somewhat like riding a bicycle where the same motion, the same actions, all of that feels really good, but I definitely want to stand up straighter, but also just have a good feel, a good balance, find better ropes. I've got 2 good ropes. One's okay. This one is a better rope that I really like. It's got some stiffness to it. I always roped better with a little heavier rope. If you look at the tail of your rope, it's going to tell you the size. And the 2 head ropes I have in NXT5, it's a classic 3/8 extra small. And this is a relentless, it's a super soft rope that I really like using when I'm roping. So as I ended in the first video, was me roping for the first time, and to have the opportunity to have somebody drive the skid steer for you is such a blessing. For this first time getting back in the box, he is just amazing. He's not impatient, he's not concerned, he just backs right in the box, and I do try to stay off of a horse's head and keep my hands low, and he just sits there in the corner all day long. He definitely does not move until I kick him and tell him it's time to go. Believe me, this first time roping on him, I just didn't know what to expect. I was nervous, and he was just being so good. I think he enjoys it. He kind of lays his ears back. I definitely am building confidence by roping the skid steer. It's nice to have that opportunity to rope that at a controlled pace. So I'll rope a few more here. It's such an advantage to have a controlled situation. Growing up when I roped, it was very uncontrolled. We never knew what the steers or calves were going to do, but so fortunate here, it's controlled and we know exactly how fast the skid steer is going. Thank you for watching Heart to Rope, my story and journey. So glad to have you with me on this adventure.